Here's a quote: "At least 6 studies published in the past year have raised serious questions." What do you make of this?
Well, it is true. It's interesting that in the past year there have been repeated daily newspaper stories about Zamboni and his work and the results. No attention to these studies that have come out since then, showing that there's serious question about the whole process. The first one that came out, even though it's been purveyed as new in the past month, it actually was presented almost a year ago, which showed that many normal people seem to have what looks like an obstruction in the neck, and as many people with other neurological disease have it, almost the same number as in MS. So there are real questions about, first, is this a real condition or not? Secondly, how come you see it in all kinds of other neurological diseases and even in normal people? What does that actually mean? And so a lot of studies, there are actually 7 since then, have really questioned whether or not there is any real obstruction in the neck in MS patients.
Now, in the last 3 years, many studies have been published to support or not support the existence of the CCSVI. What you see in blue are positive studies, what you see in red are negative studies. Now, the first controversy is that most of the blue papers are published in radiological journals, and most of the red papers are published in the neurological journals without any scientific approach. You can deduct this from this slide. Now, there are some asterisks here, which one papers use multimodal, invasive, or invasive and non-invasive imaging, and you can see that only few papers, mostly from Professor Zamboni and our group, until now use the multimodal imaging approach. So I would clearly urge throughout the meeting and in the future all investigators to use multimodal invasive and non-invasive approaches for studying this problem.